Wait, this is nice. Wow. Look at this. There is so much to drink. This is so nice.
Pretty nice little place.
I hope I'm really going to get something here tonight. I'm thirsty. After all that talking.
I need at least two.
Evidently.
You know what? I just
My.
this is my favorite.
You didn't give them all away? You might have some more out there.
Maybe.
This is so nice, though. I'll tell you what. Isn't it pretty in here? It is. Fancy.
Well, I don't know. My
It
place
is
is
a little
dirtier, Grandma, and they know you give me money.
Yeah, she's kind of stingy.
Yeah, I really think they should too. That's how it
Really nice.
Yeah.
So pretty. Wow, look, Will. There's little cards with our names written on them.
Well, I'll be damned! They must have known we was coming!
Of course they did, silly boy. Everyone must have a reservation at the Tall Oaks dining room. It's the only place left in New Orleans that has a classy place to eat. I should know, I own it. Ben, I've had a drink cart brought up so we won't be disturbed. So if you would you serve the drinks tonight?
Most certainly, Magnolia.
The rest of you all sit down. When Louisiana gets here and he's running late as usual, he'll have the orange blossom and I'll have the same.
Should I tell Ben what I want?
You can.
Can. I'd like to have a mint julep. I prefer those sweet substances.
I want a rum and coke.
Just a Coke, Ben.
I'll take a gin and tonic, but I'm not very partial to that tonic.
A martini, onion, no olive.
And out of the scotch and water. Drinks coming right up.
It was so kind of you to invite us all here this evening, Grandmere. You were so kind and thoughtful and generous.
Have you ever noticed that Cousin Magnolia never uses less than 3 adjectives to describe anything?
Yeah.
Kindness has nothing to do with it. I needed to see all you ungrateful siblings. I didn't want to.
Well, the feeling is mutual, Grandmother Magnolia.
Speak for yourself, Noli. I came to see my dear grandmother after so many years in New York.
Oh, that's an example of your acting. It's non-existent. No wonder your Broadway career is belly up.
I don't get it. What did she mean?
Oh, Cousin Noli's just being cruel and mean.
Give her a second.
And heartless.
Heartless, yes, I am heartless. Grandma Magnolia ran my lover John off, and now I don't have any husband to keep care of me. And I can't fix my plantation. Isn't that right, Grandma?
If you're referring to that relationship that you had with John Lady, that wasn't love, my dear. That was animal attraction.
And what would you know about either one? You've ruined my life. And you owe me for that. You owe me.
I owe you? Exactly what do I owe you?
Enough money to fix up my plantation, Cypress Acres. The sheriff is going to be trying to take my property away from me and kick me out in the road.
Well, now, Since the subject has come up, Grandmere, I'm in a bit of a financial bind myself. I know it's not polite to speak of filthy lucre at the dinner table, but...
Never mind Luke or whoever he is. I sure wish I could afford me some acting lessons, Granny Mag.
Yeah, Granny Mag. We need help more than the rest of them do. You should see that shack we live in out on Tobacco Road.
Oh, Grandmother, they're all asking for handouts. What I want is an investment. I'd like you to invest in my next Broadway show. The return on the investment would make you a fortune.
I don't need a fortune. I already have it, as you all know. Ben here has called each and every one of you to gather you together here to discuss my fortune and what I'm going to do with it. We're going to discuss my will this evening.
Unless you plan on dying right now, it ain't gonna do me any good to be one of your heirs. After a few days, it'll be too late.
Well, I do not plan on meeting my maker tonight. In fact, I had a doctor's appointment just this week, and he told me that I have a heart as strong as a 60-year-old, and all of my organs are working just fine. So, he even told me I might live to be 100 years old.
Dang it!
Hey, now, for all your over-enthusiasm and joy for it, just think, one of you might inherit some of my genes.
Well, being old and rich is one thing, Granny Mag, but who wants to be old and poor?
And who wants to be old and poor and stupid?
Who are you calling stupid?
Well, I've never heard of Einstein wrestling alligators.
What's an Einstein?
I rest my point.
Oh, don't quarrel, oh, people, don't you quarrel, oh. It makes my nerves get so bad, my nerves are ready to frazzle. Oh, my constitution is so frail. Ever since that incident last summer.
Meg, settle down.
Just tell if anyone comes that Maggie's just gone round the bend. But honestly, Grandmother, why did you invite us all here? We know who you would choose as your heir. It's none of us here. It's your favorite, Uncle Lou.
Yeah.
Well, I agree. You know, Lou has been my favorite for a long time, and I feel really bad that I haven't done him justice. I've just sheltered him all this life. But Ben will be on the list tonight with the rest of you. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for Lou to get here, we need to move forward on this. In fact, I think they're probably getting hungry.
The people out there? Well, what do they have to do with us?
They have a lot to do with us. One of my stipulations is that you are going to do a hard day's work, each and every one of you. I've already talked to the maitre d', and you are going to serve dinner tonight.
Dinner?
What?
We're supposed to be getting
Tables like just common sense?
I think it's a marvelous idea, and consider it a acting experience, Maggie.
It could be an on-the-job experience for our next jobs, all of us.
Leave it to Noli to see the practicality of the matter.
Wait, does Ben have to serve too?
Of course Ben has to serve too.
Me?
Ben, you have served me well all the time you've been my attorney. But as you know, I can change my will anytime I want to. I can add a name. I can take a name out. Now, if you plan on or would like to be an heir to part of my will, then you too will join these in serving meals tonight. So I suggest you pick up a pencil and a pad and start taking orders.
But Magnolia, I already work for a living.
As do I. Do you think acting is easy?
Well, when you do it, it's non-existent. And look at Stump here. Do you think it's easy being easy?
I make telephone solicitations.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought.
And modeling is an exhausting occupation.
Well, I heard about how you took on with that reporter down in Baton Rouge.
Those were lies. And it was a photographer, not a reporter. They're lies, all vicious, vicious lies.
As opposed to what? Tender lies?
Well, wrestling alligators is very hard work, Granny Mag.
Hush up, all of you.
But grandmother,
Didn't you hear her?
I said hush up. Be quiet.
Yes.
None of you have experienced the rewards of good, hard labor. My late husband, Robert Lee, made his fortune by the sweat of his brow. He made a fortune for him, for us. And if you're going to have any of that, you are going to do no less.
Well, but what about Uncle Lou, though? He ain't exactly dug ditches for a living.
You're quite right. Uncle Lou's had a sheltered life, but he will be with you tonight, too. He will be part of your crew if he ever gets here.
Oh, Uncle Lou's gonna have a hissy fit.
Hush up. There's someone else here that wants to see you.
All right. Where's the army old hermit?
Right over here, Sheriff.
You witch! You told him I'd be here.
Indeed, I did. But you refrain your language and your temper. This is my granddaughter, Magnolia, Sheriff. I think you wanted to see her.
Well, I sure do. Why, that dang woman barricaded herself up that mansion she's got at the Cypress Acres, and she refused to let me come near to serve her eviction notice. She even took a pot shot at me last week when I went up there.
If I'd have been aiming at you, I'd have hit you. I'm sure you drive your police car around and run over polecats. Takes one to know one.
Well, I ain't gonna be your property much longer, you know that, right? Well, this here paper says that you have to pay your taxes or be off that land by midnight tomorrow.
Oh, this is your fault, grandmother. I hate you!
Well, there is a chance, a slim chance, you'll be able to keep your moldy old mansion. Though heaven knows why you want it.
There's a chance, right?
How's she gonna do that, Granny Mag?
If I deem you worthy to inherit a single dime of my fortune, you're going to have to prove that you're worthy of it. And you might receive a portion of it early.
What?
Tonight.
Why should she get it, not us? That's not right.
Tonight? That doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, we need money.
I need money and you need money.
The same condition applies to each and every one of you. But you have to prove yourself worthy of being an heir.
So we could get some money.
We could get money?
We could get
Wait,
money
how
tonight,
much
too.
money?
You could receive some in advance.
Why the sudden change of heart, Magnolia?
I've had kind of an estranged time from my family for many years, and I feel really bad about it. But if any of them have developed any, and I say any of the qualities that my husband had, they will definitely receive part of my inheritance. I think it only fair to give them an opportunity to do that.
Well, what kind of qualities are you speaking about, Grandmere?
First, the ability is to work. I've already explained, I'll observe how you're doing your work as you serve as waiters tonight.
You're gonna have this here crew wait on the dinner guests.
You've always looked up to me to support you in your campaign, have you, Sheriff?
Yes.
You'll be expecting the financial help again this year, I presume?
Yeah, sure will.
Then you shouldn't mind helping out too.
Why in tarnation would I ever do that?
Well, I expect you and Ben both to be part of my little test. You'll also join this crew in serving our guests.
But oh, anything you say, Miss Capote.
I thought you'd see it my way.
Grandmother, this test, is there more to it than waiting tables?
There is. I will not only determine your ability to work, but I'm also going to determine your ability to see if you can think on your feet. I've devised an amusing little puzzle for all of you to solve. And by solving it, you may find my will.
Will we get some money?
Well, we'll see if we can trust you with a large sum of money.
We'll let you
Spit it
go.
out.
Come on, spit it out.
Spit it out. And we'll let you know how it goes.
I ain't going nowhere, Cousin No Lee.
And am I expected to try to solve this puzzle as well?
You are. Since you and Ben both depend on the goodwill that I extend to you, you also have to take part in the
In the game?
game.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What a bunch of hogwash! Well, I'm a good sport.
Well,
We shall see.
what is this here, puzzle we gotta figure out, Granny Mag?
Well, this afternoon, after the tables were all set, I shooed away the help here at the hotel and the staff, and I hid a copy of my will as it stands today, currently. And I've set up some rules that you're going to have to follow. So here are the rules. Number 1, the original is in my safe at home. The copy is here. There are clues throughout the restaurant, dining area, and the kitchen. Number 2, if any of you find my will, I can add or subtract a name, as you know, on that list. But if you find that will, then your name will be added if it isn't already there.
Okay.
And number 3, as I indicated, I will advance to you, the one who finds the will, money to help you free yourselves of your financial entanglement.
And how much money would that be, Granny Mag?
$100,000.
That's a lot of money.
Oh,
I could get acting lessons and you could get a bigger shack for
so much
us.
whiskey.
There's $100,000 right here. 100 $1,000 bills. I'm going to give it to Terry, the hotel manager, to put in his safe. And whoever comes to him with all the clues and they have found my will, he's to exchange it for that money.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Now,
Wait,
I know
what about Uncle Lou? He
I
doesn't
know.
need the money like the rest of us.
Louisiana has been after me for many years to back him financially in a godforsaken, rundown publishing company. I just know in my own heart it would be a waste of my money to do so. But if Louisiana, if he ever gets here, will join you in the same hunt for the clues, and if Louisiana finds the will, Louisiana gets the $100,000. And then he can open his own publishing company and publish his poems and books or whatever he wants to do. Now, for now, I need to go give this to Terry and get it in the safe. You enjoy your drinks.
Now, that's a lot of money. Think about what we can do with
that's a
that.
lot of money.
And you know, I could get acting lessons. And think about, we could get a shot without a hole in the wall.
Quiet down! Now maybe I can hear myself think.
Oh, boy. If you hear something that sounds like a garbage truck tripping gears, it's the sheriff here getting an idea.
Watch it, lady.
Hey, sis, can I talk to you for a minute? Alone?
Sure. Come on over here. Let's go this way.
Maggie, a word, please?
Of course.
Magnolia, I would like to have a few words with you. When you quit spraying that stinking perfume. Oh, I want my dimension now. It's anymore.
It's that day.
What do you think about Grandma?
Well, I ran into Mother in the lobby, figuratively speaking, of course. She told me about this silly little treasure hunt. I told her it was a totally asinine idea. But she insisted I take part. Well, what's she gonna have us do next? I wonder. Wash the dishes? Ugh.
If we don't start serving, there won't be any dishes to wash. Tommy Tune once said to my company, let's get this show on the road.
Yes, we must. Michael, oh, it was ghastly, absolutely ghastly. Why, I thought I would just possibly take a bit of advice from one of your songs and just beat it. Just moonwalk right out the door. But I can't. I don't have several million stashed back like you do. I need Mother's help to buy that publishing company. I tell you, if one of my tacky nieces or nephew gets that money, I'll just faint. I'll topple over like a stricken redwood. Oh, you're right. You're right. I am smarter than all the rest of them put together. Yes, I'll just have to use my intelligence and solve this before the rest of them. Oh, Michael, I knew I could count on you for good advice. You're so mature. Well, goodbye for now, dear boy.
Oh, Uncle Lou, I was hoping I could have a word with you alone.
Magpie, have we sunk to this? Been reduced to nothing more than a lackey and a scullery maid?
Scullery maid, what a very good idea. I think for the next course, that's what I'll do. I'll play a scullery maid with a Cockney accent. Well, thank you, Uncle Lou, for the idea.
Now, I was being facetious, but You're welcome anyway. You know, I just don't think I'll ever be able to forgive Mother for this public humiliation. You know, things haven't been the same between us since I took Magnolia to Buenos Aires with me last summer instead of her. And then there was that incident that occurred so suddenly with those ducks.
Yes, I know, Uncle Lou. But what I was thinking is that perhaps you, with your writing skill, could write a play for me that would take us to the top of Broadway. It could be something about taking a lowly working girl and making her a big star.
Oh, dearie, it's been done. It was called Mildred Pierce. Joan Crawford won an Oscar for it. And besides, you expect me to go from a masterpiece like In Cold Blood to In Cold Borscht? Dream on, dear heart.
I should have known you wouldn't help me. You are selfish and self-centered, just like your mother. Well, when I win that $100,000, do not come crawling for me asking for a handout.
That woman could give a stone statue a headache. Hello? Lou here. Oh, and how is my material girl feeling tonight?
Come on, Stump, say yes. I can show you the best time you ever saw.
I don't think so. Wonder where Granny Mag went. She said she was going to watch us serve the supper.
Well, when I talked with Lou, he saw her out in the hallway, and she informed him that she would go up for a room for the night.
Well, I guess I'll just keep an ear out for that click-clack of her cane. I'm trying to be on my best behavior while she's around.
Yes, that's such a great idea.
I think I'm going to go find Will.
But
I'll talk to you later.
clues. Magnolia said there would be clues.
What's the matter, Ben? Can't hold your liquor?
No, you just startled me. Now, did you consider that suggestion I made earlier?
Yeah, I did, but you'd made the same suggestion to Noli and Magnolia and Stump.
I better go on and check for the next course of dinner or something.
Oh, what a slob. Oh, what's this? If you want to make your fortune grow, especially when you're feeling low, look up, look down, look all around. That's how my treasure will be found. Well, a clue taped to a scotch bottle with scotch tape. That's real inventive, Grandma Magnolia. Now let me see. Look up. No, she couldn't put anything up there. It's 10 feet to the chandelier. Look down.
Shoot, shoot, shoot! Where could she have put it?
Well, Cousin Will, I thought you'd be looking for clues like the rest of us.
I am Cousin Magnolia, but I ain't no good at this. I wouldn't know a clue if one bit me.
Well, I know you know what it feels like to be bit.
What? Oh, you mean the gators? Yeah, they darn near took my head off a couple times.
Yes, and it's such a lovely head, Will.
Oh, thanks. Yours is too. But, you know, that's why I gotta get out of that line of business. One day, the score's gonna be Gators 1, Will nothing. That's why I just gotta win that money.
Well, now, Don't give up hope, Will. Why, we all have to extricate ourselves from the mire that we've been sank into. Me and us, figuratively, you literally.
Well, I ain't got no idea what you mean, but I'm sure you're right.
Well now, you take this order pad and you go out there and you do your best job serving all these people. And you never know, a clue might just pop up somewhere where you least expect it.
You think so?
Why, what's this?
What's what?
It's a poem.
What's it say?
It says, if my will could speak, then it would tell that it's not in heaven nor in hell. But I swear it's hidden well, close to where the spirits dwell.
What? What's that mean? What is it?
Why, it's a clue.
A clue? I done found me a clue! Well, you found it. But
Not so loud. You don't want everybody to hear.
sorry, but I gotta go tell Stump. She'll know what that means. I'll take that too. Where the spirits dwell. Where could that be?
Well, I don't know. You'll have to give me some time to think about it. But now, don't you lose that note. You put it somewhere safe, because the fewer people that know about it, the better off.
Right. But, well, I guess I'll be going then.
You give it to your sister. Your sister will know what to do with it. I'm going to go and see if there's any more clues from Grandmere.
Well, they say two heads is better than one, so I better go give it to her.
That's right. Now I'm going to look around and see what I can find from Grandmere. And well, if I don't win that money, I hope you and Stump get it.
Why, thanks, Cousin Magnolia.
Yeah. Cousin Maggie, she doesn't need the money. Why, she went off to Broadway and she's already thrown away so much and done away with it. Why, she wouldn't take care of it. And, well, as for Cousin Noli, why, she's a spiteful, mean old harpy. Why, she needs to be put away somewhere, away from human beings, so nobody will ever see her again. Well, I gotta go. I'll be on to Will.
Well, a bean toe to you too. Harpy. I didn't know Cousin Noli could play the harp.
Harpy. So, I'm a harpy, am I? I should be put away. I could just kill you.
Why, Cousin Noli, are you having trouble getting off the floor?
Yes, I sure am.
Well, what are we going to do with you?
I don't know.
All right, let's get a hold of that chair, Cousin Noli.
But I heard what you said about me.
Oh, you are. You're just an old harpy. Come on. Do I need to go get that gator wrestling for you?
I heard someone fall.
Yeah.
Not again. We've been over this.
I know.
What the heck? Come
What
on.
are you doing with them?
Come on.
There's that gator.
Darn it.
Yeah.
This is why you need to stay in that mansion.
Gator
There's
wrestling.
that. You okay?
Fine. I just was so overtaken by what those mean things they said about me.
Do you need a drink? Ben can get you a drink.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Ben, get her something to drink. I know I said those mean things about you, but you know you are an old harpy.
I just hate you. I want you to quit saying that.
I didn't know you could play the harp.
I can't. It's a very derogatory remark.
What does that mean?
You can stay here and take care of her. Yeah. And you're a harpy.
Did she say that again?
I think she did.
Well, for heaven's sakes.
Right there.
I'm getting out of here. No one's respectful to me.
But I gotta go find stuff.
Barbara, sweetie, you are such a funny girl. You have got to let me write your biography. You act, you sing, you direct movies. Why, your book could be the first one off my new publishing company's presses. I did not write the Maryland book. That was Norman Mailer, the silly twit. If you don't say yes, I'll be devastated. Absolutely devastated.
Where the spirits dwell. What do you think that means?
I don't know. What do you think that means?
It sounds like they're talking about a graveyard.
Well, that's dumb. There ain't no graveyard in this here hotel.
I know that. You got any better ideas?
I ain't got no ideas at all.
Well, we'll just have to think on it some more. I'm gonna put it right here in my pocket where it'll be safe.
Yeah.
I just wish Cousin Magnolia hadn't seen it.
But I can't help that. She's the one that found it.
Well, I don't guess she'll tell nobody. She wants to find the will as bad as we do. We'll just have to beat her to it, that's all.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go look for some more clues in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You look in the room with the canned goods, okay?
Okay.
Liza, yes, when I decided to become a publisher, then you were the first person I thought of. Why, your biography, of course. Yeah. Well, as soon as we get off the ground, your book will be the first one off the presses. Well, I don't know when. You see, well, after tonight, I'll have the money to buy this precious little firm. And, well, by the time I get done writing your book, the company will be up and running, revamped, and ready to roll. Well, all right, but, you know, just think on it. Yeah. Oh, before we ring off, you have to sing me a few bars of that classic song, What Good is Sleeping in your Room All Alone by Yourself?
Excuse me, Lulu. I need to borrow your cellulite phone. Don't you just hate it when someone puts you on hold and pumps a radio station in your ear?
You idiot! That was Liza Minnelli!
I know who it was. Come to the cabaret. I seen the movie. Weird movie, you ask me. What's the big deal?
That's my phone!
Oh, I'll only be a minute. I'll leave a quarter on the table for you.
You great hulking Neanderthal!
I'm as American as you are. Hey, Marcelite? Yeah, it's AJ. I was just calling to say I'll be in a little bit later tonight. I'm down here at the Tower Oaks Hotel. Miss Capote invited me. Yes, that Miss Capote. Oh, don't worry. I know how to behave around these high society type folks. Well, I ain't gonna eat the dessert with my fingers if that's what you're thinking. Well, you know, come to think of it, I ain't exactly eating. I'm I'll just have to explain it to you later. It's kind of complicated. Wow! What was that? Hold on.
Someone let this stick on the floor. It would serve me right to sue this hotel. You know what? That's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go talk to her.
You go do that. No, nothing serious. Then Parker just slipped and fell on a can, I think. I think he hit his butt. Oh, well, come to think of it, it actually kind of looks a little bit familiar. Well, I don't exactly know where I've seen it, but I know I have. Well, I don't know. Well, I need to go ask Ben what it is. Holy smokes! It's Miss Capote! What? No. She's been stopped. Wait. No, she was stopped. Wait. Wait. No, she was stabbed with this. She just kind of rolled in here. No, not on roller skates. On some sort of serving car. Wait, what's that sticking out her back? She was stabbed with her cane. Well, I didn't know what was evidence at the time. Just get an ambulance in the corner here and tell Booger Boy to get his buns down here. Have everyone come by the kitchen entrance so we can wheel her out there so we don't panic our guests. Well, like I said, I didn't know it was evidence at the time. Well, Ben might have. He might have been smart enough to find it to make himself look innocent. Well, I'll just have to make him pull his pants down and show me his butt. No, to see if it's bruised, Marcelite. God. Well, I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye-bye. Jesus.
It's Granny Mag, ain't it?
It was
What's that sticking out of her back?
her cane.
Well, do you suppose she fell and broke it and stabbed herself in the back?
No, not unless she's Reba the Rubber Woman.
Oh, did you see her at the county fair too? She's amazing. She must not have a bone in her entire body. She tied herself in a big old knot, even made a bow. I was real impressed.
Stump, that's a fascinating subject, really. Your grandmother's dead. She's been murdered?
Murdered? But I didn't think. I didn't. Who screamed? Ah! Oh! Grab here! Stop! You're gonna make her sick! Grab here!
Stop.
Grab here! Oh!
She can't make her sick. She's dead.
Oh! She's dead! Oh! Grab here! Talk to me.
Miss Woods.
Please!
Miss Woods.
Speak to me!
Let go of the cart! Let go of the cart! Well, I suppose you ruined any fingerprints that was on it.
Fingerprints?
Unless they was yours.
Oh, my You know that can't be good for your vocal cords.
What on earth is the matter?
Somebody killed Granny Mag.
Killed? This is a tragedy. I think I'm going
What's all the racket out here?
It's your grandmother.
Somebody killed Granny Mag.
So they did. No, you quit that screaming. Want me to smack you?
Oh, I must have fainted.
Well, let me give you a smack too.
Touch me and I'll scratch your eyes out.
What's going on?
Somebody killed Granny Mag.
Stop. You're beginning to sound like a broken record.
What's that sticking out of her back?
It's her cane. She was stabbed with it.
Woo-wee, I bet that smarted.
I heard someone scream. What happened?
Stump, that's your cue.
Somebody killed Granny Mag.
Well, if any of you wish to confess, I could be your lawyer.
Not so fast, Bubba. You went exactly off the hook yourself.
Me? You suspect me?
Well, the only one I'm sure didn't murder her is myself.
What is all the commotion?
Somebody killed Granny Mag.
Somebody killed my mother. Oh, mother! Mother! Oh, God! Not my mother! Who could have done such a horrible deed?
Huh. You know, it's kind of funny you should mention that. We were just wondering it ourselves. Now, where were you about 5 minutes ago?
Why do you ask? What are you thinking, Sheriff? You don't think that not my own mother?
Well, it's been known to happen.
Well, why would I kill her?
Well, she said she was considering changing her will. Suppose you didn't like that.
Well, you're assuming that I am the sole heir as the will stands now.
Well, of course we would think that. You live with her. You've probably seen the will and put it in a safe.
I haven't. She changed the combination on the safe as soon as she put the will in there. And she never gave me the new combination.
Give us a break, Uncle Lou.
Really? She's been peeved with me ever since I asked her to buy me that little publishing company. I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't write me out of the will entirely.
Oh, her pride and joy. She would write you out of the will, and why would we want to kill her before we found all the clues?
Well, unless one of you hated her so much, you just couldn't stop yourself.
Well, if we
Besides, she even hinted that some of you may already be in the will.
Well, if we can't get in the safe, we're going to have to wait till the manufacturer comes to open it.
Well, unless one of us finds the will that she hid somewhere here first.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, y'all can start searching. I mean, I can help too.
Well, yeah, of course you're going to help.
There.
All right, well, I got some people coming from the sheriff's office, and I'll go ahead and take her on out there. All right.
All right, you do that.
But will we still be, is this even still a valid search?
Yeah. Why should we search if we can't get any money anyway?
Well, not necessarily.
Well, what do you mean, Ben? Was it that envelope we gave to the hotel manager, Terry? Frozen as part of her estate?
Well, no. When she handed that money over, that means if anyone who finds the whale receives the money.
Oh, but then that means also that we should follow the rules that grandmother set out.
Such as?
Well, the stipulations that we serve people. Isn't that right, Ben?
Yes, certainly.
So what do you think? You think the sheriff should just go ahead and take care of that body and we'll do the searching?
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
I think so.
if we don't
No,
get...
no. Wait just a goddamn minute. Well, Miss Capote here said that if I find the will, I can get the dough too. I don't think you're leaving me out of this treasure hunt.
Well, if we don't get started, the salad's gonna be all wilted and yucky and limp and yuck. So I'd say let's get on with it.
I don't know about this. It sure would quell my appetite, looking at this.
I'll take Miss Capote out. The rest of you get searching. All right. Now for a couple things.
Yeah, let's go search.
Let's go
Let's
search.
start with the next course, guys.
It's just horrible.
Who would have thought she was gonna die?
I would never thought that.
I got this situation.
Alrighty. Here is my will. Quiet down now, I'm trying to speak. Gee. My will could speak, then it would tell that it is not in heaven nor in hell. But I swear it's hidden well, close to where the spirits dwell.
Right there. All right, where is it?
Where is my dear?
Don't give me that baloney. You know what I'm talking about. You stole my clue.
You found a clue? What clue?
Will found it. I was just keeping it safe, and you stole it.
Me? Why would you accuse me? Perhaps it was one of your customers. Or it could be that some kitchen staff worker back there. that you were talking to earlier?
Hey, Eddie, I got a bone to pick with you.
Hey, Parker, I need to ask you something. You know Terry, the hotel manager, right?
Oh, yes. Good evening, Terry.
Good evening, Mr. Parker.
Well, Terry, go ahead and tell Ben what you told me, yeah?
Of course, Sheriff Watkins. The carpet in her son's suite is beginning to look a bit worn, so I asked Mrs. Capote if she would like me to have it replaced. She looked puzzled and said, Louisiana suite? I said, yes, ma'am. The penthouse suite Mrs. Capote uses as an office, where she can work in private. That's what the note from you that Mr. Parker gave me said it was for. She frowned again and said she'd check with you and let me know what to do about the carpet, then she left.
So apparently, Miss Capote doesn't know that Louisiana's been using that suite for himself. Well, what you think? She asked you about it or anything?
I think. Something about a letter, right?
Yeah.
Letter.
There was also a note that also stated that all expenses incurred by Mr. Capote, meals that were sent up, room service, telephone calls and such, were to be included in the hotel's operating expenses.
Well, I do suppose it would be rather pricey to stay in such a swanky suite like that, wouldn't it?
Well, when Terry checks the hotel books each month, he marks down everything that comes in and out like he's supposed to.
Naturally, yeah. Would assume so. So, did you ever see Mr. Capote come and go at all?
No, sir. He came and went by the suite's private elevator down the corridor from the ones the other guests use. He always called the bell captain or the kitchen staff when he wanted anything sent up. They left whatever was ordered outside his door.
Well, yeah. Well, I do suppose it would be fairly pricey, right? Normally.
Yeah, it's a penthouse. What else is it?
That's the finest suite in New Orleans. Before Mrs. Capote bought the hotel, we charged $1,000 a day for the penthouse.
$1,000 a day? And Miss Capote didn't know her son was using it for herself?
She didn't seem to.
Man, I'm bewildered at his reaction. Well, I mean, if I were you, I'd be talking to Lou.
You bet your bit be on the ass, Lou. Right after I talked to Terry, you do keep those books here somewhere, right?
Naturally. I'd be happy to show them to you, Sheriff.
Well, come on, let's go look at them.
You lost our clue? How could you lose our clue, Stump?
I don't know. It must have slipped out or something. Look, it's gone. At least we know what it said.
Yeah, we know what it said, but what does it mean?
I don't know. I'm working on it.
And what about that clue our customers found about queens and flyers and stuff?
I'm working on that one too.
You know something, Stump?
What?
It's real odd that Granny Mag had this real nice table set up for us when she didn't even plan on us sitting here.
You're right, Will. That is real odd.
And our customers pointed out it's the onlyest one with a big bowl of flyers on it. And, you know, the clue it said, look to the grandest fly.
Do you reckon? Will, it's a clue. You saw one clue and found another.
Oh, shucks, it weren't nothing. What's it say?
If to my fortune you would be led, proceed not by the foot, but by the head. There is no need to rush about when you can sit and figure it out.
Well, that's easy for her to say.
Not anymore.
Stump!
I'm sorry. That's a real tacky thing to say about a dead person.
Well, you can't hardly say it about somebody who's alive. Just think, Stump. Our relations treat us like we's dumb, but we already found 3 clues. And, you know, I bet none of them has found 3 clues.
I bet you're right.
Now, you give that here. I want it to be safe. Now, I'm going to put it in my back pocket where it's safe. And it says to go sit and figure it out, so that's what I'm going to do.
Wait, where are you going?
To the gents' room.
You want to make your fortune grow, especially when you're feeling low. Look up, look down, and look all around. That's how my treasure will be found.
Where is it?
Where is what, Noli?
My clue. I had it in my pocket. Now it isn't there. It's in my pocket when we exchanged pleasantries in the room.
Maybe it just fell out of your pocket.
No. I found it over there on the scotch bottle and I put it in my pocket.
I mean, you're not accusing me of stealing it, are you?
Yeah, I think you're a filthy thief.
You know what? Prove it.
What's the problem?
But this thief took my clue and he won't give it back to me.
She's just imagining things, AJ.
I am not imagining it.
Yeah? Well,
No.
where was the clue when Parker here allegedly
In my
stole it from you?
pocket. In my pocket.
You're just talking a bunch of nonsense. Now go on, me and AJ have to talk.
You didn't take it, did you?
I did not. I don't know what she's talking about.
All right.
You were needing to tell me something?
Oh, yeah. I took a look at the books. I want to talk to you about them.
All right, let's go.
What was all the yelling about?
Oh, it was Cousin Noli acting like Betty Davis in a bad mood.
Oh. Don't be redundant. I knew the woman. She'd just as soon spit in your eyes and look at you. I've got to make a call. Oprah? Lou here. Yes. About my next appearance on your show. I thought it'd be fun if we could invite a couple other writers. I don't know. Stevie King, Johnny Grisham, and, oh yes, Jackie Collins. Yeah, Jackie knows all the best dirt in Tinseltown.
Need to wet your whistle, Cousin Magnolia? Oh, Maggie, you startled me. Would you like a drink too? No, thanks. I've only found one puny clue to Grandmother's will.
Well, I found 2. But I had to get something to help me get through this horrible, horrible night.
You are such a meek and mild little thing. Oh, I think when we serve the entree in a few minutes, I could use that as a character. Perfect.
Well, I think then I'm just gonna sit down and rest my pretty little feet if we're waiting on Trey. Oh, my purse is still right where I left it. You know, I'm not accustomed to physical labor. I'm more like to use my mind and my good looks and all. I think I'll just take a minute to freshen up, if you don't mind. Oh, yes. Oh, it feels so much better.
What is that smell?
Why, that's summer garden. It's such a simple aroma, don't you think?
It smells like you rolled in an old petunia patch.
I think it's nice. I guess my purse will be okay right here. It's been there all day. I think so.
I don't think anyone will be stealing your signature scent.
Why, the maitre d', why didn't he notice this when he set the table and the staff set the table? Why, there's a lump right in the tablecloth right here.
A lump?
Why, yes, a lump right here.
Well, what is it?
It looks like there's something under the cloth.
Well, what is it?
Just give me a minute and I'll see if I can get it out. Why, it's a piece of paper like was in the salt shakers.
A clue, will read it.
It's a poem. I'm not gonna read a clue to you. Do you think I'm crazy?
What an odd question coming from you. Come on, I found it, I saw it there, read it to me.
Well, I'm greatly beholden to you for that, and when I win the $100,000, I'll shoot you a $20 bill.
Oh, Miss Looney Tunes, I don't think I will give you any money if I find the $100,000.
Well, you know what they say. All's fair in love and war.
And in murder.
It says, focus your powers of concentration to discover a sticky situation. No one you'll wish you could avoid, but one that will leave you overjoyed. It's finally a clue of my very own that nobody else has read. I'm so excited! Oh, I'm gonna go take it away.
Oh, it's you.
Stump.
You just stay right where you are, and that includes your grubby fingers. Aunt Eddie didn't know nothing about my clue. I still think you stole it.
You can search me if you want. I'll return the favor.
Thanks, but no thanks. Actually, I was looking for Will. Have you seen him?
I just left Will in the pantry.
Fine.
You, solved Miss Capote's mystery yet?
Not yet, Sheriff, but I have collected some clues and evidence.
You, seen Lulu lately?
Lou. I just saw. There he is now. How ironic.
Roseanne, you are just too funny for words. Tell me another joke.
Nice language, lady.
What? Sheriff Watkins, you are the rudest man I have ever met. That is the second time you have cut me off.
Oh, you can call him back later. Parker, get over here. I need to ask you something.
Couldn't it wait?
Well,
Come on, spit it out. You just told me earlier.
oh yeah. Well, you see, your mother, she had given a note to Ben to give to Terry that said that she'd reserve the penthouse suite for your use only.
She did what?
So the letter said that the penthouse, you know, the big room upstairs, That place up there, yeah. That was exclusively for you and no one else. You know, you just kind of explain that.
Well, why would I have never even seen the penthouse of this hotel. Why would I need an office up there when I have a perfectly good one at my mother's estate at home?
So, you're saying you know nothing about your mother's orders?
That's right. No, I don't know anything. Would you like for me to spell that for you? No. N. O.
That's very good. No wonder why you became a writer.
Watch it, lawyer lips. You said Miss Capote gave the note to Terry, right?
Yes.
Well, maybe he knows something about it. Maybe he still has it. Say, would you happen to have a copy of your mother's handwriting that I could compare the note to?
Of course I do.
All right, well, if any of you need me, I'll be in Terry's office.
Hey, man. Lou. The chef is throwing a fit in there. He says if we don't serve the entree soon, it will be ruined. And he has a very maniacal look in his eye and a meat cleaver in his hand.
Well, you heard her. Let's go.
What about talking to Terry?
Oh, the customers are first. He knows that.
Someone was murdered.
Well, I have had all these clues that Grandma put around. Why don't you guys all look under your tables and see if there's any clues under there? I just can't search this whole place by myself. I don't have any time. To discover the copy of my will. You must sharpen your powers of detection, but you're looking in the right direction. You know, if I get some money, I'm going to buy you a bottle of champagne. You can pass it around. And then we'll see what we can do about Grandma's clues. Thank you.
All right, quiet down. Trying to talk here. Did I stutter? I said quiet. Alrighty, focus your powers of concentration to discover a sticky situation. Not one you'll wish you could avoid, but one that will leave you overjoyed.
All right, where is it?
Where is what, Magnolia?
You know what, Ben, my clue.
Oh, you found a clue?
Yes, I found a clue, or... Well, I think I found one. But, you know, I get so mixed up anymore. I'm not sure what's real and what's not. Maybe I just imagined it. You
Yes.
think?
Yes.
Oh, maybe I need to take some of my medication.
Yes, that sounds like a good
Will
idea.
you help me? Will you help me?
Come on, this way.
I'll go this way. Yes, it's over here in my purse.
Right there?
Yes, right there. Oh, there it is. Oh, you think I need to take it?
I think it's a great idea.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Well, I'll leave you to whatever it is you do.
Oh, I'm getting sleepy. So very tired. Oh, I need to go find some place to rest my weary eyes. Yes, there's that nice place over by the kitchen where they keep all the canned goods. Oh, yes. I can find comfort in the arms of Morphus among the green beans.
Angela, I was just sure that you could solve this. I mean, Jessica Fletcher could have found a missing will just by walking into an empty room and noticing that one floorboard was 1/8 of an inch longer or something. Yes, Pet, I realize you did not write the episodes. But I thought for sure some of the writer's powers of deduction would have rubbed off on you. You've played that part for decades and decades. And hello? Hey, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. I mean, it just seems that long. Hello? Angela? Hello? Are you there?
Please, Cousin Maggie.
I told you I do not have the time.
It won't take but a minute. I read in this book about acting that if you want to get into acting school, you got to perform for the teachers first. It's called an audition.
It's called an audition, and I'm quite familiar with the process.
So you gotta help me.
Do you know what time it is? I have only found one puny clue. I need to get back to work and find some more clues.
But I got my piece learned by heart, and well, you're a pro. You're the one I need to help me. I've got it. I've got a clue right here somewhere that me and Stump we found, and if you help me with my pole, I could show it to you.
The poem.
A dramatic pole.
Okay, it's a deal, but make it fast.
It's a real good poem. I found it in the library. And you just sit right there, and I'll stand right here. And, well, are you ready?
Oh,
It's got a real funny name, like Casabianca or something like that. All right, here we go. The boy stood on the burning deck when all but him had fled. The flames that lit the battle's wreck shone round him o'er the dead. Yet beautiful and bright he stood, as born to rule the storm. A creature of heroic blood, a proud but childlike form. The flames rolled on, he would not go, without his father's word, that father faint in death below, his voice no longer heard. He called aloud, "Say, Father, saith yet my task be done." He knew not that the chieftain lay unconscious of his son. He shouted, but once more aloud, "My father must I stay," while o'er him, fast through sail and shroud, the wreathing fires made way. They wrapped the ship in splendor wild. They caught the flag on high. They streamed above the gallant child like banners in the sky. There came a burst of thunder sound. The boy, oh, where was he? Ask of the winds that far around with fragments strewed the sea. With mast and helm and pennon fair, that well had borne their part, but the noblest thing that perished there was that young faithful heart. So what'd you think? You can tell me it was good. I know it was.
I think the word hasn't been created yet that would adequately describe your performance in any language.
Gee, thanks. Do you really think so?
May I be struck by a bolt of lightning if I'm lying. Now, keep up with your part of the deal.
It's here somewhere. All right, I got it. So,
Okay, wait a second. I want to write it down. I'm sure Magnolia has a pen in her purse. All right, there we go. Go ahead.
all right. If to my fortune you would be led, proceed not by the foot, but by the head. There is no need to rush about when you can sit and figure it out.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So, where do you think that is?
You don't know.
And you promised not to tell Stump I showed you that one, right?
Of course. Not by the foot, by the head. And the other clue said something about a queen. Ah, there's a queen-size bed in the room that grandmother rents here. Well, I'll just get Terry to give me the key, and I'll be able to check in there and find the will. Oh my goodness, I am working like a secret agent. Oh yes, for my next course.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Well, all right. Thanks, Booger.
I hope you know you were talking to our nation's leader. Nobody hangs up on Hillary.
Poor little buddy. I've a murder to investigate.
This is a hotel. There are literally hundreds of phones in this building. Why do you have to use mine?
Well, I like to be able to walk around without having that stupid cord trailing behind me. I have to get me one of them things.
The sooner the better. So have you figured out my mother's killer yet?
Oh, no, not yet. But you're looking better and better all the time, sweet cheeks.
I would never be involved in matricide.
Well, who said anything about a mattress?
Never mind. Well, let's see. Have you heard from your associate yet about that evidence?
Yeah, he said that the only prints that was found on the cane was Ben Parker's, but we already knew he touched it. And the only prints he found on the car was Miss Wood's, but we all saw her grab hold of it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, what do you propose to do next?
Well, I'm still curious about that there penthouse suite you say you don't know nothing about. You give me a sample of your mother's handwriting yet?
Of course. Let's see here. This one. It was a letter that Mother wrote when I was in Buenos Aires with Magnolia last summer.
Let's see. Darling boy, if you ditch your nutty niece Magnolia and come home, all will be forgiven. Love, Mother.
Yes, you see right there, she wrote the word Magnolia. That's exactly how she signs her own name.
Well, she used to anyway.
Yes. Have you found that mysterious, you can have that, you'll need that to compare, but have you found that mysterious note from Terry yet?
No, not yet, but that's where I was just headed, so.
Don't let me stop you.
Lulu, you couldn't keep a gnat from a ripe banana. Now, you just better hope that the handwriting on the note that Terry has doesn't match this one. Because if it does, you're in a world of hurt.
I'm not worried, Sheriff.
Well, someone better be.
What in the world?
Sheriff! It's horrible! Terry's been murdered!
What? Murdered?
Yeah, I found his body in the freezer.
You mean the killer has struck again?
Sure sounds like it, Sherlock.
What's going on? I heard
What's going on in here?
What happened?
What? I heard somebody was
Everyone, quiet down!
So, Stump, was that you that screamed?
Yeah,
Did somebody try to hurt you? Cause if they did,
I'm all right. I just found Terry's body in the freezer.
What were you doing in the freezer? Well, first, forget that question. How could you tell he was killed?
Would you shut up and let me do my job? Now, how could you tell he was killed?
Well, somebody had cracked him over the head, and his face was covered with little bitty bloody holes. He looks horrible.
Well, the rest of you, stay here. I'm gonna go check it out, okay?
you come here and you sit down.
Get her a drink.
Stump, you need a drink.
So, what were
Oh,
you
I could use one as well. I feel a bit faint.
Now, Stump, what were you doing in the freezer?
Well, you remember when we was kids and we played that game where you look for something and they tell you that you might be getting warmer or colder.
Yeah.
Well, we was looking for Granny Mag's will, and I thought she might think it was really funny to put it someplace really cold. So I went and looked in the freezer.
And that's where you found him?
Yeah, it was pitch black in there, but there's a light switch right by the door. I turned it on, and there was his body, right on the floor, right beside some boxes of frozen shrimp.
That's terrible!
It sure was.
To think, a restaurant in the heart of New Orleans serving frozen shrimp.
Yes.
Well, could you tell what the killer used to murder him with? Did you see a weapon?
Well, no, but I didn't hang around to look. I screamed and I ran to find Sheriff Watkins.
Which was the smart thing to do. We have an unusually vicious killer running around here. What he did to Terry was unspeakable.
Well, tell us about it.
Well, I've never been able to find out what happened if it wasn't for the holes in his face. Holes? You see, them holes was made by a beak.
He was murdered with a beak.
Terry was beaten to death with a frozen chicken.
Well, as dear late Agatha Christie might have said, it was a murder most foul.
You shouldn't talk anymore, Uncle Lou.
Did you find the murder? Did you find the murder weapon anywhere?
No, I talked to the chef, but he said he'd only ordered enough chickens to feed all the guests tonight. So, killer must have thrown it out in the microwave and it was served for dinner.
You mean?
One of them ate the evidence.
John, he'd serve you right if it was you.
Oh, dear, now, what are we going to do now?
Well, if Cupcake here let me use his phone, I could call Booger, thank you, and tell him to get down here. I'll bet he wishes he was paid in mileage tonight.
Sheriff, you have got to catch this vile villain and make sure that they're brought to justice and given their just deserts.
And speaking of desserts.
Oh yeah. Well, let's get to it, I guess.
Let you look, and figure out.
I will, Ben. Don't get slow.
Goes to where the spirits dwell to discover a sticky situation.
All right, where are they?
Where's what?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. My clues.
Clues? What clues?
Oh, I saw you put them behind your back. Now give them.
Oh, these. You must have dropped them in the floor when we were.
Oh, I should have known not to trust you. You sneaky little witch.
Oh, right. What an awful thing to say.
Oh, you'll get over it.
I already have. Really. Oh my.
Shouldn't you be off looking or something?
Guess I should be. Yes.
Yes. out of my sight.
Get out of your sight.
And by the way, about being a lousy actress, you'll never win a Tony. The only way you're gonna win was to steal one. That's what I got to say about that.
Now, F. Lee, you have got to be ready to drop everything and come defend me at a moment's notice. I am certain that that hick sheriff of ours is going to try to arrest me for my own mother's murder. And possibly the murder of the hotel manager. That's just unbelievable, isn't it? No, I didn't do it. Well, I can assure you that there is no way that there is.
Thanks, Lulu.
Who cares? I'm just gonna start sending telegrams.
I'll give it back to you. Gosh. Hey, Marcelite. What if Booger found out? Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. Not a clue, huh? Well, just you can call Abel, the corner. Tell him to come down here, get the body. Gosh, it's gonna take him probably half an hour to fill all them holes with the putty. Yeah, well, thanks, Marcelite. You too. Bye-bye. Hey, Capote, here's your phone back.
My knees are killing me. Well, there goes my ice skating career. And I won't be able to make the Winter Olympics either.
Cousin Noli, I wish you'd inform me next time you're gonna crawl past a doorway. I hit my funny bone when I tripped over you.
Well, you darn near broke all my ribs.
Well, most people keep their ribs more than a foot off the ground.
And Stump, I'm telling you, you may be 6 feet under if you don't quit it.
You want to repeat that in front of Sheriff Watkins?
No, not really.
Oh, hi, Stump. Cousin Noli.
Well,
So I've been thinking.
oh my God, call the National Enquirer. He's been thinking.
And I've got a great idea.
Oh my heavens, he has an idea. Let's call the New York Times.
Cousin Noli, this is a private conversation. Would you just leave?
Well, it's time for my Jane Fonda to work out anyway. So goodbye.
All right, Neil, what's your idea?
So, if I asked him to, Smiley would let me borrow his coonhound, Shirley. And we could have Shirley go up to Granny Mag's room and sniff some of Granny Mag's stuff. And then we could bring Shirley back here to the dining room and have her sniff out the wheel.
That's a good idea, Will. But the thing is, supper's already been served and they're gonna close the dining room in a few minutes. If we don't find it soon, it'll be too late.
Oh, shucks!
Well, you got any other ideas?
It took me an hour to come up with that one.
Well, we might as well go look around for one more time. Come on.
I can't believe it. I found a clue on the bottom of my shoe. It was stuck there with a drop of Terry's blood. Oh, why, the killer must have dropped it when he was fleeing from the kitchen. By the freezer. Why, it's not a clue at all. It's a note to Ben from Grandmere. Why, it says, retain the penthouse suite for Lou's use. Well, I heard Sheriff inquiring about this note, or did I just dream it? Why, I'm not sure, but I think I need to go give it to the Sheriff. I think he needs this note.
Not so fast, Parker. I'll take that. No doubt the handwriting on this note will match the one on match yours, won't it? Instead of Capote's like we all thought. Your killing days are over.
You mean Ben's the murderer?
Sure do.
Well, what's going on? I heard screaming.
All right, Ben.
Yeah, what was going on?
Got some nice, shiny jewelry here for you.
Why is Ben getting arrested?
Come on, Ben.
I don't know why you're getting arrested, but you should let him arrest you.
Great idea.
Oh, shut up. No more out of here.
Very good idea.
Hold your hand still. There you go. Ben Parker, I just caught Ben Parker here trying to strangle her with your scarf.
My scarf? I wonder what happened to that. I was examining the floor for clues, and it kept getting in my way, and so I draped it over the back of a chair, and when I got back up, it was gone.
Taken by Parker here in an attempt to further implicate you in tonight's murders.
Well, you sure have your nerve.
Wait a second. Are you saying that Ben killed Granny, Mag, and Terry?
Yes, I am. He's guilty of sin.
Well, Ben, what do you have to say about Sheriff Watkins' accusations?
Before I say anything, I want to know how you got to this conclusion of yours.
Well, I would be happy to oblige you, counselor. Well, you see, it goes a little bit something like this. When Granny Mag was killed, the question, of course, was why, right? Well, I mean, Lou could have done it out of spite. Any of you out of hatred? But the reason for why became clear to me later on. And not for greed or for spite or hatred or anything like that, but to avoid implication in a further crime. Embezzlement. You see, whoever took control of the penthouse suite by forging that note had to get it back. The question was, who done it? Her son, Louisiana, or her lawyer, Ben Parker?
What made you suspect me? Could have been Lou.
Well, of course it could have been Louis. Could have been any one of you. I'm not saying it was, but it could have been. But, you see, whoever had control of the penthouse suite was turning in about $1,000 a day. Whoever had control of it would have been rolling in cash. And we know Lulu here quite wasn't, was he?
Don't call me Lulu.
Relax, you've been called much tackier things.
Anyway, but it says in the letter that Lou used that penthouse for his own personal uses.
Yes, it does, but it couldn't have been him, because, like I said, it was taking in a lot of money. And for the past 5 years at that. You figure if you're taking $1,000 a day for the past 5 years, you're going to be rich. And well, if Lulu really wanted to buy that publishing company, he could have done so with $1,000 a day he would have been earning.
All right, well, my experience as a lawyer tells me I have a pretty solid case, AJ.
Uh-huh.
And if I plead guilty, I could avoid the death penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I killed them, and just as you described it.
Well, good. Figured it was you. I gave you a little rope and let you hang yourself, Ben.
Sheriff Watkins, I'm impressed. I did not think you were capable of deductive reasoning.
Or non-deductive reasoning.
Take me down to the station now. I'm anxious to get it over with.
Not so fast. I'm not leaving here till someone finds that will.
Is there still time to search? The maitre d' said he wanted to close the restaurant so everyone could get out.
Well, I do have a suggestion. Why don't we pool all of our clues together and then have a last-ditch mad dash to find the clue?
That's a good idea.
Maybe if I saw all of the clues, I could find where the will was.
Oh, when pigs fly.
All right, well,
How many clues do you have, Lou?
Bull, the one we found in the salt shaker.
Oh, everyone has that one. No wonder you're so hot to get our CR clues.
all right, well, let's spread them out on the table.
Ben has a couple.
Where are they, Parker?
I don't know what clues you're talking about. In my pocket.
Which one?
I'll get it.
No, you don't touch me. Can you at least fix my tie? All right, man. It's fine to say, thanks.
All right, let's see here. All right, there's this one. Focus your powers of concentration to discover a sticky situation, not one you'll wish you could avoid, but one that will leave you overjoyed. Then, he's got this one. If my will could speak, then it would tell that it's not in heaven nor in hell, but I swear it's hidden well, close to where the spirits dwell.
If you found this, you're searching still to discover the copy of my will. You must sharpen your powers of detection, but you're looking in the right direction. And I don't know, somebody stole my first one, the one I found under the scotch bottle.
Probably one of those right there.
It was probably Ben.
All right, any more?
Anyway.
I think I have one. Hold on, I'll find it.
Oh, I've got a copy.
Why do you have a copy? Why does she have a copy of it?
I'll explain it to you later. You said you wouldn't tell her.
I lied. If to my fortune you would be led, proceed not by the foot but by the head. There is no need to rush about when you can sit and figure it out.
Well, I think that's it. Anybody else have any more clues?
I've got one. The one from the salt shaker, the one we've all seen. The prize that's offered by the queen to the naked eye can't be seen. But if you look to the grandest flower, it will lead you to the seat of power.
I think that's it. Well,
All right, well, Ben, you say seated. Rest of you, go for it.
Let's go find it. Okay. Come on.
Should you go searching too?
I need a drink.
Are you not gonna ask me for a drink?
Would you like a drink?
No. Are you almost done back there?
I'm figuring it out. Hold on.
Give them time.
I know turtles that think faster than him.
You sure you don't want a drink?
Not from you.
I found it.
You found it.
I don't believe it.
He believed he found it. He found it.
I found a wheel.
It's the will? It really is the will?
Great job.
Really exciting. Oh. This is exciting, isn't it? Are you sure?
Where'd you have
Oh, Noli, what are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for some flying pigs.
Will, I'm so proud of you. How'd you know where to look?
I looked at the clues. So you see, this one says that it's close to where the spirits dwell. Now, you remember Grandpappy Slatterly used to put away a pint of moonshine every Sunday morning before we went to church. And he used to say when the spirit moved him, it was because the spirits moved him, meaning the liquor. And so I thought it probably must be near the liquor cart that's there. And then the clue that our customers found out in the salt shakers, it says the prize that's offered by the queen, that must be Granny Mag, to the naked eye cannot be seen. We figured it was hidden.
Darn, I thought that was a queen-size bed she meant.
But if you look to the grandest flyer, it will lead you to the seat of power. Now, we found another clue here in the flyers on the table. But when I was thinking just now, I realized that all of the gals here are flyers, magnolias. And so Granny Mag would be the grandest flyer. And her seat of power would be her throne. And I figured her chair there would be like her throne.
You mean I've been sitting beside it all this time and didn't realize it? Oh, I think I'm gonna faint.
Magnolia, be quiet.
Go smack her again.
I'm gonna smack you for sure.
No, that's fine. No, I'm okay. I'm just fine.
Y'all hush up. I want to hear the rest of Will's story. Go ahead, Will.
So this one says that you need to proceed not by the foot, but by the head. And so I realized that there is a foot and a head to the bed, or to a bed, yes, but to a table as well. And the head of the table would be right over here, but next to the liquor cart. And next I looked at these clues here, and they say to look up, look down, and that you're looking in the right direction. So I figured that the clue must be under Granny Mag's chair. And this one here, it says that you have to discover a sticky situation. And I decided that means it is stuck there. I was right.
You sure was, right? But say, I could use someone like you on my staff. Would you like to be a deputy?
I appreciate the offer there, Sheriff, but I have my heart set on being a famous actor, and with the money from finding the will, I can finally afford acting lessons.
You know, I was thinking of giving private lessons.
Oh, you have $100,000. You could get Clark Gable to teach you acting lessons.
Oh, dear cousin. You really have been out of it for a while. Clark Gable's been dead for years.
Oh, Clark Gable's dead?
Yes, dear heart. Clark Gable's been dead since, The Misfits. He did that picture with Marilyn Monroe. Oh, goodness. I believe that was that poor girl's last film as well.
Oh, no! Marilyn Monroe's dead, too? Oh, I can't stand this. I'm gonna go back to Cypress Acres and never come out again.
Well, if you need help raising the money, I can help you get the money for your taxes.
Well, now, Will, you won the $100,000, but Grandma hinted that there might be something bequeathed as a bit of remembrance for the rest of us. You have a copy of the will. Is there anything in the will? Well? Will?
Where did she put her heirs?
On the last page.
Oh, okay. Hold on. You're too close. I can't read with you so close.
Something you can read.
Ugh. You're too close, Uncle Lou.
What is it?
What's it say?
What's so funny? What did she write?
We can't read that.
It says, "Congratulations to whoever found this. The bearer can exchange it for the $100,000. You have passed the first part of my test. To discover the name of my heir or heirs, you have until midnight to find the final page of my will, which I've hidden somewhere in the hotel, along with $500,000 in cash.
$500,000.
You should search for clues which will help you. May the best scavenger win, Magnolia Capote."
The final page?
$500,000.
Oh, till midnight?
Oh.
Let's
go.
go.
Let's go.
Hey, wait for me!
Okay, we had a stellar cast. Don't you love that word, stellar? And if I can remember who they are, we'll be okay. First, we have Grandma Magnolia. Where is Grandma? This is John Wilson, and he has way too much fun. Dare I tell, Elaine?
I had no idea what I was signing up for.
Well, he picked the part. This dress belongs to his wife. She has worn it once. He has worn it twice. That's his wife over there. And Magnolia Woods is Connie Long. Maggie St. Lawrence is Carol James. Noli Frost is Sharon Schnebling. Stump Slatterly is Debbie Wilson. Will Slatterly is Javen Wilson. Ben Parker is Austin Fry. The murderous child. Louisiana Capote. I think I forgot your name. I think I forgot your name. No. Earlier, he was trying to figure out when he was supposed to come in for his first entrance, and somebody came around and said, "There's a man named Jay out here wants to know when he's supposed to come in." A man named Jay? Okay, anyway. A.J. Watkins, and that's Caleb Baxter. And we don't want to forget our special guest star, Tanner Stand.